doing another one, and apparently I always start with okay. So here we go. That was a guest appearance by Ilyich the cat, who's gonna drink water that he shouldn't be drinking. And there's my dirty desk or workbench. The desk is even dirtier because it's covered with papers. These are some more garden roses. This one is called Sunset, for obvious reasons. It's a pretty fantastic color. Again, I don't know what it's going to look like when it's open, so I hope that this young lady will send us pictures. So we're going to use sunsets. We're going to use, these are shamrock hydrangeas, and they are just incredibly fantastic. The petals are super velvety. They last forever. They're a really happy springy green. We're using ranunculus that are just tons and tons and tons of petals. I really love using these for prom, for corsages and stuff, because they hold up really nicely for that. This is Scabiosa, which is absolutely the worst name for a flower ever. Sometimes they're called scoops, which is a little bit better, but something so fantastic really should have a better name. Anemones. These come in a whole bunch of really vibrant colors. These are panda anemones. They're almost blue on the insides. And they'll probably open up by the time I finish doing the video, so maybe I can give you a close-up of what those look like. And tulips, because this is a birthday arrangement for springtime, and tulips always seem springtimey to me. Also, we just went out and made deliveries a second ago, and there's sunshine out there. I was completely unprepared for sunshine. Okay, this is a greenery that I haven't used yet today. This one is Floral, or lemon leaf, because the leaves look like citrus leaves. They're not, but they look like it, and they're fun. And I had a whole bunch of them, but they're deep in here, and now I can't find them. There we go. So this is a birthday arrangement on our website. There's an arrangement called Meant to Be Miranda, and that was her birthday arrangement last year. So this one might make it to the website. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. So again, we're cleaning the stems before we put them in because the Pittosporum has a tendency to be dirty. Okay. So yes, we use lots of hydrangeas. Yes, I know the pictures of cutting the little V out of the hydrangea leaf and rooting it that way. No, I haven't tried it. Dave, who used to be a designer here, always had hydrangea stems sprouting on his desk. It was amazing. Some people have that ability to just like look at a flower and make it grow. I don't have that ability. That's why all my plants are in the flower shop, because at my house they don't survive. Might have something to do with the horde of animals that lives at my house, or maybe the fact that I'm not actually that great at taking care of plants. So this is just kind of a loose sort of an arrangement. I'm not doing a whole lot of strong structure to it. I just want it to go sort of everywhere, wherever it wants to. Anemones are so much fun because their stems are just whatever they want to be. They move however they want to. They're a little bit better than tulips at staying where you put them though, so. So this is kind of one of those fun fun families that I get to work for. I've known them forever, and like since first grade. And I got to do their wedding in the fall, and we used kind of similar flowers for the wedding in the fall, so that sort of informed my choices a little bit for what we would be using today, because I know what she liked. And again, I'm just taking the points of the thorns off. Because we don't want to introduce air bubbles or bacteria. I think I'm going to use some more of this Bruscus right in the middle of this to kind of match height for height with that rose, which you can't see because it's facing me. And then the ranunculus. Ranunculus comes in all sorts of colors too. These peachy ones were just stellar. The convenient thing about using a clear vase is that you can see when your stems have popped up out of the water. Sometimes I thread things down through the hydrangea just so that it gives it some stability. Speaking of stems not being in the water. It's always fun when you spin the vase around and find the stem is on the outside instead of the inside. It's always fantastic floristry skills there. So these Scabiosa came with tiny little stem protector sleeves on them. They look like a coffee stir. And I might be tempted to leave those on if I was doing like adding them into a standing spray or something with Oasis in them, but their little heads curve so gracefully, I think it's okay to pop them off. Tulips. Hopefully I'm not going to have as much trouble with the tulips this arrangement as I did with the last one, since I don't have to stick them in foam. Pop in some of this lily grass again, just because it's graceful and curly and curvy. right, so that was kind of a super quick garden style bouquet. And I'm going to use this sheer ombre ribbon. Oh, I bet I can't do this backwards. Let's see. When we do bows on the neck of a vase, I usually do just a shoestring bow because I don't want it to overtake the flowers. I think some of those big loop-de-loop bows, like what we put on a plant, or Easter lilies and poinsettias, I think that's too big and it's too much for the flowers, but some vases can definitely be benefited by a vase, by a bow. So, all right, well, that's not that bad for being backwards. You know, I think there might even be a video of last year's birthday arrangement. Maybe on Facebook. Probably not YouTube though. Anyway. Okay, so garden roses, ranunculus, scabiosa, tulips, shamrock hydrangeas. Fun, quick,